Hi, this is Dominic, and I'm going to be showing you how to use Fieldwire for common electrical workflows.
So the last portion of this is company-specific form collection. So this is a big deal for a lot of us because GCs or owners are requiring us to give them updates on what happened daily or to provide safety documentation. With a lot of the subs I work with, that I think the safety documentation piece is a big deal. Um, now more than ever, you're seeing, hey, what type of procedures are you taking place for COVID? What type of procedures are we taking place to make sure no one gets injured or lotto is, done properly? So with what we're going to show you here is, hey, let's do a quick safety audit walk and show you that form that you can utilize. And then we'll talk about a daily report so you can transfer that information over to any GC or share that with a GC really quickly via the export button. And then how do you track all these things? Because you're going to create probably one of these types of safety audit forms and daily reports, maybe multiple of those, depending on how many shifts you're working. We want to make sure that you have that capability to filter down, see which ones haven't been updated or which ones haven't been turned in. So we have a nice dashboard on the web app to give you that visualization. So I'm going to actually jump back to our mobile app and give you, how does Amber do her safety audit walk? So we showed the task tab. Going to jump into the forms tab here. This is where you're going to see all the related forms that you have for this project. And these are all customizable to your organization. So if you do have specific ones that, hey, we have to collect these specific data points, you can jump in and build your own form in Fieldwire and have it readily available for your team. For the safety audit one, I'm actually going to show, here's one that's already been submitted. Here's one that actually has been assigned to Amber already today. So for safety audit, I can see, here's that specific form that's already been done. It was done, 2 weeks ago. I can see, checked off the boxes, added some observations here, and then here's the sign off. If I wanted to quickly send this out, I can do that with this export button, and we'll touch on that later. But as Amber, today I'm doing my safety audit walk as Amber. I want to go ahead and start to document all this. So holding my iPad here, I can look at this, say site secure from public. Yep. We can go in. Perimeter looked good, period. Caution tape around areas. Perfect, add that. First aid, nothing to say there, it's stocked. Path of egress, clear to maintain, yep. And then, if I do want to add any other general observation notes, I can put them in this notes section. But if I do see observations that maybe something that's going to be a leading indicator at some point that we're getting corrected, I can click on that add entry button. And this gives me that ability to say, all right, well, what did I see? No spotter for hot work. What floor? Third floor. Corrective action. Stood down crew and discussed with them. Then status, I can just put it here, corrected. So now that I've added that line item, it shows in here what that observation was. And then as I, excuse me, move that out of the way. As I see more things, I can start to add more entries throughout that day. I can even, with this form, add photos. So I'm going to go in here, just add a photo of our outlet here, and then have that attached. And then here is Amber. I can go ahead and sign off on that. What signature in the field. And then when I'm done with it for the day, I go in here and submit it. So now all this information is done, it's collected. And if I need to send this out to any individual or share it with people, all I have to do is click that export button. Shows here, with that export project name, gives you all the data that we've collected, the photos in there, and then it has the sign off. So I can go here and then just share this with anyone via my email sources, or even send it via text message if you're on iPads. So that's an easy way to collect that data, have that safety information in here. I'll go in and create our daily report as well, just to give everyone a look and feel for what that looks like. Right here, you see the dates associated with those daily reports. We don't have one for today, but maybe it is the end of the day. As Amber, all I have to do is select, hey, I want, using that plus new button, to create today's. So I can go 9/24 on here and say 9/20, add that in, and then click done. And then now it populates and creates that new form for me as Amber to fill out. And then I can click on here, no schedule delays, no weather impact, no accidents, no injuries. Go down here, maybe type in very calm day, not too many people on site, period. We had some minor detail work to finish. Add the general notes. And then again, with what we talked about earlier, as I did with my safety observations, I can actually add different line items into what was delivered today. So maybe I'll go material delivery, 1/4 inch cable spool, one, and we'll say spool here, no notes, can just add it in. And then I can add, maybe what equipment we had on site that day too. 40 mg generator. Maybe we don't document how many hours it's used, but as I continue to add things, I can actually go in and then actually add attachments too. So I'm gonna add photos. Maybe I'm not in the field taking photos, but maybe I do have photos that are on my camera roll that I can add from today's activities. I can go ahead, reference those, and then as I see my photos of what we actually did on site that day, I can start to add those in as well. So taking those from my camera roll, uploading them, so there's some general progress photos for what occurred that day. And again, all I have to do is sign off as Amber, sign it, and then put it in our submitted phase. And now this is a completed daily. So now that we're done with the safeties and dailies, I'm just gonna go back and give everyone a look at what that looks like when you're in the office on the Fieldwire platform. So we'll go here to the Forms tab. You'll see as I go through this, let me give a quick little refresh. Yep, page refresh. So what you're gonna see is, hey, here's Amber. She's submitted that form that we were talking about earlier. She also submitted her daily for today, but it looks like we're deficient on some older dailies. So maybe for this, I have to talk to those individuals who are assigned these tasks and give them a heads up, hey, you haven't submitted your daily yet, please get that done. I can also shoot them a message if I want to email them to give them, hey, look at this daily, it's not complete, all I need you to do is submit it. So this is where you're going to start to organize and view all your forms. You'll get even more specific as you create more forms. You're going to see a lot more of this data. You'll have daily updates on your reports for 2-year projects. Could get pretty long list of items. With Fieldwire, we actually allow you to go in here and say, filter my forms. And then, well, which form do you want to filter? Daily report, for example. You could have quite a few of those. You can actually look, well, I just want to look at forms that were created in a specific date range. Maybe, it is something in a historical project. Well, what was created, in the last, let's say, week? Here, we'll just use this as an example. Pick that date range. Only those specific forms are going to populate in here. And then you can simply select those forms and then export them out if you need to share those, maybe for a change order or something that has occurred. So great for safety audits, great for anything that you need to document or track when it comes to more of an administrative standpoint.
That was the general overview of how to use Fieldwire's forms and reports. Please let us know if you have any questions or need any assistance. Thanks.